Here's your WNEM TV5 news update.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Meg McLeod. Here's a look at the stories we're following tonight. We have new details on a shooting Friday in Saginaw. Police tell TV5 it appears the shooting of a 4-year-old boy was accidental. They were called to the neighborhood at Hampshire near Drexel. They say the shooting involved a family member and that the boy was in critical but stable condition. Investigators have identified the victim and suspect in Thursday's standoff near Standish. They say 45-year-old Alan Kizensky was fatally shot and stabbed by 38-year-old Joshua Smith, who later took his own life. Kizensky was at the home of his girlfriend, who happened to be Smith's former girlfriend. The girlfriend was able to escape. More local news, a Flint township man missing since Sunday morning has been found safe. 78-year-old David Plouffe has dementia and walked away from his home near Linden and Miller Roads. Police tell us Plouffe was found today and is doing just fine. A Saginaw Township woman says she couldn't help but holler when she won $4 million on a Michigan Lottery instant scratch-off game. The 62-year-old bought her winning ticket at Sings Market on Shattuck. She went with a lump sum of about $2.5 million, and she chose to remain anonymous. Now here's Brian with a look at our forecast.
Thanks very much, Meg. A hot and humid start to the work week on Monday, but otherwise quiet. Just the big story was how hazy it was across the area today. We've had plenty of smoky haze in the upper atmosphere over the Great Lakes all weekend long, but what was different today was that a lot more smoke filtered in and managed to make it to ground level, leading to just generally hazy conditions at the surface, but also a distant feeling like when you step outside, you smell something cooking or burning in the distance. Now, that haze is going to hang out for at least another 24 hours before it begins to thin out, and part of the reason we're seeing it actually stems here from high pressure, which on the First Warrant 5 Sky Tracker tonight is poised over the Dakotas. It's going to drift a little bit closer to us tomorrow, in addition to this presently stalled frontal boundary to our north edging its way in. But the real reason that we're seeing all this smoke, where it's coming from, actually originates way over on the other side of the country and into parts of southwest Canada. There's a slew of wildfires out in that part of the country, and what's happening is we have the jet stream positioned directly over where all of these fires are burning. So the smoke plumes rise up into the upper atmosphere, and that smoke is then getting picked up by the jet stream, pulled into central Canada, where it encounters another cluster of wildfires in that part of the country, and then eventually works its way back toward the Great Lakes, where the jet stream dips and gets in a bit of an assist from high pressure, which is helping with its clockwise flow to filter a lot of that smoke in across our area. So not great news, of course, for folks who are a bit more susceptible with respiratory issues to those smoky conditions outside, but good news in the standpoint of we're going to have some spectacular sunrises and sunsets for at least another day. Now on the hour-by-hour forecast here, doing it a little differently here, we're going to focus on the clouds, but also add in the smoky conditions that we expect to see here, because as you'll see from this evening into the midnight hour, while the clouds that are out there, limited as they are, will tend to thin out, that smoky haze is going nowhere to any significant degree just yet. All that yellow you're seeing is that smoke continuing to linger over the state. That'll carry on into the start of tomorrow morning. We will start to see more clouds bubble up, though, by about midday as that next frontal boundary sweeps on in. And then there's some good news in that we will start to spark off some scattered showers and thunderstorms with some heavy downpours in parts of the thumb where we still have severe drought conditions being reported. However, those storms will warrant you to be extra attentive to the skies, especially along and north of I-69 through tomorrow evening, as those storms could easily intensify to some rather potent ones with some intense downpours and gusty winds. We'll start to work those out of our system tomorrow night, and then as an added bonus on Wednesday, not only do we get the sunshine back, but you start to see we scale back a lot of that smoky haze for at least a little while. And for tonight, one other added bonus here. We get an orange moon because of all that haze in the skies. A few clouds otherwise with a low temp around 65 degrees. It will stay muggy. Hazy, hot and humid for tomorrow. 86 the high with scattered afternoon and evening thunderstorms. But then a little bit of a downturn in the temps just for the midweek period. 78 the high, partly to mostly sunny with less haze. Back up to 80 on Thursday with our next chance for storms. And we'll stay mostly in those low to mid 80s through the upcoming weekend.
Remember to tune into WNEM TV5 on air and online 24/7 for the latest news, weather, and information.